All right, let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest and most humble show in all of human history. This is the Dusty Smith Show, and I'm your host, Dusty Smith. Who the fuck else would I be? Thank you guys for joining me. As always, have a pretty good show. It is the greatest show, so there's that. But I gotta admit, folks, I'm tired tonight. I'm a little bit sleepy. We're gonna go over why I'm sleepy in a second, but also today I helped my neighbor move a bunch of furniture in his house, and I don't know if this will surprise you guys or not, but I'm sort of a princess. I don't move furniture. Like, I don't even move my own shit. Dusty hires movers. Like, when I was younger, I'd move shit all day long, move my mom a million times, move my sisters, cool. But I'm an old fucking man now, all right? My moving days are fucking behind me. But my neighbor's like, hey, you got a new truck now. Will you come over and help me move a bunch of furniture? They went and bought some stuff from this cop. It was a cop. I was at a cop's house today. Anyway, so of course I'm like, hell yeah, I will. I was Johnny on the spot over there helping my neighbor move shit because this is one of my 10 rules of life, but that's name's already taken by Jordan Peterson. 10 rules for a happy existence of the planet. I'm going to write a book. And like one of the main rules is kiss your neighbor's ass. Lick their balls, whatever the fuck they want you to do, just fucking do it, man, because having good neighbors that you're friendly with is one of the most important things in life. Helps your life be so much more stress-free and happy. So I was over there doing that. I don't mind, though, because my neighbor's really fucking cool. Like, literally, I don't know what he and his wife, I know what they sort of do, but apparently at their jobs, they have like plate lunches that they're passing to all their employees. And so every day they bring me a plate lunch, which is pretty cool. It's all different types of stuff. Pretty good food, too. So I am blessed. So doing what I can. Love thy neighbor. Absolutely. So how the hell you guys doing tonight? I was sort of tired, but I didn't want to cancel the show. Gonna be a shorter show? We'll see. Not a short show. Not gonna claim that because every time I say it's a short show, it's like 10 hours long. So, what up, David Brown? How you doing, David Brown? Victoria Cunningham, good to see you tonight. Spanky Weasel, the whole crew's here. I sure appreciate it. Let's go ahead and kick the show off. Gonna do a section I like to call Story Time with Uncle Dusty. Story Time with Uncle Dusty. Yeah, a little Gregorian chant there for you guys. Wrong button, fucko. Anyway, I tried to get Midjourney to make me some pictures for my story time with Uncle Dusty and didn't do a whole lot. So here's an artist illustration of my story today. Here's me playing video games. And here's a very quick story on why I've decided not to play New World anymore. So you guys know me, I'm obsessed with this game, New World. Not getting paid by New World. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos, who's on New World. Jeff Bezos can lick a butt. Anyway, I've got 2,000 hours into New World. It's my most played game. And the reason I'm so obsessed with it is because I'm competitive. I didn't even realize I was competitive, y'all. But it's a PvP game. And so you got to select the 2 weapons you want to use, like 15 of them. And I was using Fire Staff, Sniper Rifle, because, you know, that's a thing for some reason. And so it's PvP. You play against other players, right? You go into like this battlefield and you fight them and shit. And so I already quit last time because I played, like I said, 2,000 hours and I suck still. After 2,000 hours, still not fucking good. And I was like, okay, Dusty, quit embarrassing yourself. You got to fucking quit. And so this new time I came back to the New World, and I was like, hey, there has to be something I can do to get better besides practice. I practiced a fucking enough, right? I used to be a professional gamer. I ought to be good at this. So I was like, you know what? I bet that there are things that professionals do that I'm not doing, that if I did, it would help me become a professional player. So I started researching, what do the pros do? What do people that make the fucking money sniping heads do? And so I looked it up. Apparently, you need a mouse like this. It's a Razer mouse. Once again, not getting paid for this. This wireless Razer mouse, really lightweight. It's like 40 grams. It's like really fucking light and shit. Another thing they do is you got to play at a super high frame rate. So you have to turn your graphic settings all the way down. See, I wasn't doing that. I was playing max fucking setting because Daddy likes his eye candy. You guy knows how I am. I don't know, I'm calling myself Daddy. That's creepy. Anyway, Daddy likes his eye candy, right? So turn the graphics way down, and I also bought a new monitor. See? And I have it on this arm here, and you can extend it right into my fucking face. So guys, I'm a psycho, I guess you might have noticed. So basically what they do is they sit real fucking close to the monitor so you can see everything. So I went one better. Not only do I sit like 2 inches from the monitor, but I went to Walmart and bought me these 3x magnifying glasses for my eyes. Yeah, they're just magnifying glasses on your fucking eyes. So I can like literally see each individual pixel. And man, I am such a better sniper now. It's amazing. Popping heads all over the fucking place. It really did increase my level of playing. But then I practiced for about a week with it. And even though I'm way better than I was, you know what I learned? I'm still goddamn garbage. I'm horrible. Spent all this fucking money to get better at a goddamn game, and I'm still trash at it. The kids just kill me so fucking easy and laugh at my dead corpse. And I don't know, like, I'm sort of embarrassed. So I'm just gonna fucking quit, y'all. I guess the truth is, the sad, cold hard truth is, I'm just too fucking old to compete with the kiddies these days. Eyes ain't what they used to be. Reflexes not goddamn sharp anymore. So here's my old man ass quitting New World. Sad day. This has been Storytime with Uncle Dusty. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and kick out the show. Open your hymnals to page 1. It's time for religious bullshit. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit. I suck at video games. It's time for religious bullshit. I'm sad, y'all. It's time for religious bullshit. Boom. And my, that's not it. My fucking Elgato Stream Deck's not working for some reason, so fuck that. I gotta do it all manually. Whatever, life. I'll just fucking do it manually. Anyway, first off, on religious bullshit, apparently preachers just having church in their fucking houses now. It's rickety as fuck, but here's a guy, a Christian hate preacher, like there's any other type. Josh Graber is in his house, and he decided to put his sermon together without Googling the subject matter, which is sort of embarrassing. So it's a sermon about how Nancy Pelosi, with her feminist woman ways, is going to be so sorry she's almost dead, and she should have had like 5 kids instead of being a career woman, and she's going to be on her deathbed so sad she didn't have a bunch of fucking kids. What's that? She actually did have 5 kids? Oh boy. Well, let's hear this guy who didn't bother to Google or research anything he's fucking talking about shit on Nancy Pelosi for doing the thing that she actually did do.
You know, at the end of the, when Nancy Pelosi, right before Nancy Pelosi.
All right, I already have comments. First off, this motherfucker got the ricketiest podium I've ever fucking seen. Did you make that yourself, dude? What is going on? You need to stabilize that motherfucker. This looks low rent. And why are you in the fucking corner of your room? What is happening? Is this what church is devolved into? I don't know. Please continue, good sir.
You know, at the end of the, when Nancy Pelosi, right before Nancy Pelosi dies, is she going to be just so happy that she had a big impact?
Probably.
That she did this great thing with her life. Now, I don't know if she has any children, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't have 8. I mean, if she has kids, she probably has like 1 or 2. Whatever.
Why would you not look it up before you made this video? Just go. You know Google exists, right? You guys know how to use computer. Just fucking Google. How many kids does Nancy Pelosi have before I go make a fool out of myself? I don't know how many kids she has, but she probably has just 1 or 2 if she has any. She's gonna pull it right out of my fucking ass. Why not do that?
She doesn't have 8. I mean, if she has kids, she probably has like 1 or 2 or whatever.
Probably.
And so, right before she dies, is she just going to be so happy that she spent, 85 years in Washington?
Yeah, probably.
I don't think so. Is Ruth Bader Ginsburg, as she's roasting in hell right now, you think she's just so happy that, she spent her entire life, making sure that murders could be just unmitigatedly murdered everywhere in the United States. You know, is she just happy about that right now?
She did.
You know, she probably would have rather have, you know, been a Christian, by the way, because I'm pretty sure she was Jewish.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure she would have, you know, rather have believed on Jesus Christ and got married and actually lived a Christian life and was married, bare children, and guided the house, which is...
That's right. Rickety podium apartment motherfucker has a point. You're gonna burn in hell and wish you had kids to, I don't know, help you get out of hell or something. I mean, she's Jewish. She wouldn't go to heaven anyway, right? I don't even understand your point, rickety podium man. But anyway, moving right along. Another hate pet. Oh no, wait a minute. This is Myra Flores says, stop taking our children to drag shows and start taking them to church. Huh. Yeah, that's definitely a surefire way to make sure your children are never molested. Oh, what's that? They're much, much, much more likely to get molested at church than they ever thought about getting molested at drag queen story time. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. I'd like to see some kind of evidence that any child has been molested from Drag Queen Story Hour. While I myself can provide technically trillions of examples of kids being molested at church. So it almost seems like if you guys really cared about this at all, you'd be boycotting the churches, but you don't, because nothing you say means anything, you garbage humans. And then, hate preacher Tommy McCurdy can't believe people are all upset that he's constantly homophobic and they call him a hate preacher. They're always shitting on him. Why? Just because I want a really homophobic society? Here he is wishing society was even more homophobic than it is.
But the news media, they're always trying to find nobodies, you know, like myself, saying something, and then what do? Oh man, just look at all this, you know, homophobia and stuff. It's like, and they do, you watch the people online, they act like homophobia is such a big problem in this country, and it's just like, I wish it was, you know, but it's not. It's not at all. It's so sad, but they still get everybody so fired up, and and people eat it up today because everybody wants to be a victim. Everybody needs to be a victim.
This dude literally playing the victim, blaming other people for his problems, complaining, while saying don't be a victim and don't blame other people for your fucking problems, because of fucking course he is.
Especially if you're an LGBTQR STD, because of the fact too, you know they don't want to admit their life is terrible because they're disgusting, so they need someone to blame, and they blame the Christians.
You're literally
they blame people like us, and we are not the reason that they're miserable. We are not the reason they're killing themselves. We're not the reason they have STDs. We're not the reason for any of that stuff.
That's right. Ron Howard's brother has a point. He's not responsible for all the homophobia in the world that's causing you to kill yourself. He is responsible for that? Oh, okay. Well, maybe he should take responsibility like they continuously tell everybody else to do, but nah, that'll never happen. Fucking douche. And then Hank Kinnaman back. Yo, and Hank Kinnaman channeling God. God damn it, they're so cool with their ability to channel God while music plays in the background. Wish I could fucking channel me some God. I can't even channel HBO. Fuck. Anyway, he got questions from God about why there are so many female world leaders, which there's not that many, but I guess any is a lot more than there used to be, which is bad, apparently, according to God, who you think could do something about it, considering he's all-powerful, but, you know, not that all-powerful, I guess. Anyway, let's let Hank Kinnaman explain it all to us.
But there is an anointing.
All right.
A cord of 3 strands.
3?
That hell is afraid of.
Oh, shit, hell's fighting.
That shall now fall upon the other leaders that shall arise up out of Europe. God says they will say, why are there so many females that are ruling the nations of the earth?
He hot. Chilling God makes you hot, y'all.
Spirit of God says, it shall not be with a Jezebel spirit.
Oh, no, not Jezebel.
But it shall be with an anointing that shall bring forth justice.
Justice.
and righteousness.
Woo! Righteousness.
And liberty and freedom that shall break the skulls of those who have tried to steal the freedoms from the people of the earth.
So you, Donald Trump.
Therefore, 2023 shall be declared as 2023.
You heard there first, folks. 2023. It's cool because it rhymes. Can't get it cooler than Hank Cuterman with its guitar. Jesus, won't you play the guitar as you channel him? Cool. I'm glad this stuff is real. Otherwise, it would just be sad and stupid. And one more on the religious bullshit, folks. Apparently, him at Meta, the friendly atheist, needs me to explain one more time what this very sensible Asian pastor is talking about. So let me do it again for you here, him at Meta. I'll even get the fuck out of the way. So first off, you have New Jerusalem, okay? Everybody knows what New Jerusalem is. It used to be like Old Jerusalem, but it's new. Not to be confused with New Coat, which is bad. New Jerusalem, actually good. And then, all right, so there's multiple encounters with God. The first encounter was a UFO, and it was the Ark of the Covenant, you know, like on Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom, except it was a UFO, and it was flying, and they saw that shit. It was in the Bible, right? And then the Mount of the Lord was flying. I wish you got out of the way, so you can't really understand how sensible and correct this is while he's in the way. But anyway, I'll do my best. And so that was Solomon's first temple. And then there were 4 and 5 encounters, and then the 4th encounter was the devil. The devil has a flying city, because, you know, why wouldn't he? I think it's called Rapture or something. And then he's also an alien, and they're abducting people in their flying cities, of course. What the fuck else would they be doing? They have a whole city. They got to fucking fill it with motherfuckers. It'd be boring otherwise. And then 3rd encounter, see the alien UFO temple? Oh yeah, it's a flying temple, flying on the mountain. That makes sense. And then there's the red heifer. Obviously, cows are involved in this. You can't have UFOs abducting shit without cows, all right? And that ushers in the Messiah's coming. And then the Dead Sea will be revived. The covenant must be made. It must. It doesn't really have a choice, to be honest with you. Otherwise, you know, we will just be fucked. And then there's the Mount of the Lord, and then there's a red heifer, and then fire and brimstone, and the temple looks like a teepee, okay? What is hard to understand about this, people? It's very simple. Just look what you see and believe it. Fuck. And that is my religious bullshit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And folks, please get your super chats in. Only one so far. It's a great way to support the show. Please support the show if you can. Lifeblood of the show. Super chats. I'll read every single super chat at halftime so you can immortalize yourself forever and ever on the super chats. And all right, let's see what you guys got to say over here. Boom. This will be on the test. Absolutely. Going to be a pop quiz after the show, so you motherfuckers prepare for that. The Jewish space lasers, they're real and controlling the weather. Going to show you guys that a little later. They have proof. Wink. Totally makes sense. Makes sense to me. Oh, why so many people have problems with something so goddamn simple. UFO Satan is my dude. Pretty cool. I dig UFO Satan. He can abduct me anytime and anally probe me. What up, Satan? Oh, I got to turn the fucking camera back on so you guys see. Oh, whoa. There I am. Hell yeah. Would have been a terrible fucking show without being able to see my face. Hopefully I'm still in sync. Otherwise I'm going to freak the fuck out and destroy universes. And all right, moving right along, folks. Get your super chats in. Time to do a section I like to call Flute Gates. And here's my artist rendering of Lizzo playing a flute. And nailed it once again. AI is the future. Can't get any better than AI art. I can't believe how well it nailed Lizzo playing the fucking flute. And so I don't know if you guys heard about this, but conservatives got something new to complain about. I know it's a day that ends in a Y. So another fucking fake controversy. This time, Lizzo, who is a singer / rapper. And I need to know this, because I don't give a fuck about Lizzo in any goddamn way. Lizzo could be kicking me in the nutsack, and I wouldn't even know it was Lizzo. I'd be like, who is kicking me in a nutsack? Please quit. I don't like that. That's uncomfortable to me. But anyway, I didn't know this, but she is a trained flautist, which is a real word that means she played a flute real good. And so apparently they had this old fucking flute that belonged to what, James Madison, some slave owner motherfucker. And then the National Archives were like, hey, ain't nobody ever played this flute before. We should get somebody to play it so we can get some like press for the National Archives or whatever. And well, who should we get to play it? And somebody was like, hey, you know who I like? I like that girl who was like what does she even sing? What the fuck does Lizzo sing? Anyway, she sings songs apparently. Let's get that girl Lizzo that sings songs. She just got a DNA test and she found out that she's 100% that bitch who can play the flute. And so they like, hey, well, she's cool and popular these days. Let's just have her play this flute that ain't never fucking been played. So first off, they called her down to the flute vault. There's a fucking flute vault. Why is there a flute vault? There's that many flutes? Anyway, they drug her ass down to the flute vault. It's the flute vault. She's like, wow, what the fuck you guys have a flute vault for? And I'll just let you talk.
And Ron Paul played it. And this is the flute that
I can play it or no?
Yes.
Oh, my lipstick doesn't. Right? That's what I want to know.
Oh, we'll see.
So here she is. Then she went to the main hall and she played it. And she good? Woo! All right, best thing she ever played. That was pretty good, I thought. And then apparently they went to her concert. They took the flute to her concert and they let her play it. This is why conservatives got mad apparently, because she dresses very revealingly like a sumo wrestler with their big old butt. She about to do the Yokozuna sit down on motherfuckers in the new WWE, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, she took it and she played it for like half a second on stage. Let's have a look. The magical flute, hell yeah! It's like Lincoln shit, summon something.
This crystal is like playing out of a wine glass, bitch, so be patient.
Oh my God, y'all! She has just destroyed America forever! This country will never recover from this. I can't believe what I have just witnessed. So disrespectful to everything this country stands for. First, they're fucking playing flutes on stage while they're twerking. Next thing you know, we're all murdered at the bottom of a pit. It's a slippery slope, but it's real. It's happening. But yeah, why would anybody be mad about that? Because they're conservatives and they don't have any policies that are popular. They're dastardly human. So all they can do is just create fake outrage to pretend to be mad about so they can all sit around and call everybody else snowflakes. You guys are such snowflakes, but we're really upset about this flute. And yep, they was out in force. Greg Price was like, let's see who Greg Price is again. Greg Price, God is real and dudes rock. Philly guy, very happy warrior, noted buffalo wings eater. Oh, well, that's worth putting into your profile. Anyway, legendary Chud motherfucker, Greg Price is like, the Library of Congress really took out a 200-year-old flute that belonged to James Madison just so Lizzo could twerk with it? They degrade our history, then call you racist if you actually value it. Oh, yeah, you are racist. You ain't got a fucking problem with any of this. You didn't even know that flute existed, motherfucker. What you talking about? You just mad because fat black lady played the flute. We see through you. Matt Walsh is like, Lizzo playing James Madison flute was a form of racial retribution. What the fuck are y'all talking about? She just playing a fucking flute. According to the woke left, really? I'm part of the woke left. I didn't hear nothing about no racial retribution. It's just a bitch playing a flute. And I have no doubt that this is part of the reason why the Library of Congress facilitated this spectacle. That's right, the woke Library of Congress can't get any woker than the Library of Congress. You know who's super woke? Fucking librarians with little glasses and their neatly kept hair and their little pantsuits. So woke, those librarians. And then Benny Shapiro's like, the Lizzo foot controversy is a perfect example of what I have termed a face tattoo phenomenon. The phenomenon where someone does something deliberately controversial in an attempt to draw attention and then acts offended when you notice. So what you're doing right now, you're pretending something is a problem in order to get attention. If all we had seen was the clip of Lizzo playing the flute in the halls of the Library of Congress while wearing a semi-modest outfit, everyone would have shrugged. But that's not the clip everyone championed as groundbreaking. It was the clip where she bragged about twerking. Nobody should give a shit regardless. Only whiny piss babies who are just trying to blow shit out of proportion in order to get attention for themselves, or as you like to call it, the face tattoo phenomenon, which I guess explains the new beard. Which, not looking good, Ben Shapiro. More on that in a second. James Bradley, like Lizzo twerking, nearly naked. She wasn't nearly naked. She had a suit outfit on. While playing the James Madison flute, somehow feels like somebody took a dump on the American flag. What the fuck? She just playing a flute, y'all. First off, I don't give a shit you take a dump on the American flag. Wipe your ass, the American flag. Gets a piece of cloth with ink on it. Who gives a fuck? But also, what's wrong with y'all? Somebody needs to do a welfare check on these motherfuckers. They are not doing well. Nick Adams is like, Lizzo isn't talented enough to play music on a $20 Yamaha plastic recorder off Amazon. I mean, I just heard her play it and she was real good. I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. You really hate this black lady so much you gotta pretend like she can't even play the fucking flute? That's just next level racism right there. Let alone a crystal flute once owned by James Madison. Oh, fuck James Madison. Who gives a shit about that? I was going to say cracker, but I'm not supposed to say cracker anymore. The Biden administration is making a mockery of this country. Well, literally, if all it takes to make a mockery of this country is for Lizzo to play a flute that no one even knew goddamn existed, then I'm saying this nation pretty fucking weak and should probably collapse anyway. And then one commenter on One American News actually compared Lizzo's playing Madison's flute to Emperor Nero filling while Rome burned. Exactly the same. Lizzo played James Madison crystal flute, and that's why I no longer believe in liberal democracy. Well, I'm just going to say you didn't believe in it to begin with. You motherfuckers trying to overthrow our democracy and install Trump as a dictator. You're traitors. You never gave a shit about the Constitution anyway. But thanks for admitting it. Nice of you. Jonathan Casey, if you are humiliated by Lizzo, I agree with this, playing a flute, may I suggest you go touch grass? I do hate the touch grass insult. Because for one, people say it to me all the time, and I'm like, motherfucker, you do know that I'm a stoner, right? I'm touching grass like every second of the day pretty much. And then number two, if that's just your way of telling me to go outside, ooh, gross. You start smelling like it out there, that shit gets on you. Why the fuck would I want to go outside? You go outside, turn your internet off and shut the fuck up. Anyway, these culture war grifters count on people not having contact with the real world. They don't give a shit. They know that a overweight black lady playing a historical instrument is red meat for their racist fan base, and they're going to jump all over it because, you know, holla holla dollar bill, y'all. And let's see some of the videos they made, folks, because they was real mad. First off, Matt Walsh. This is his face finding out a historical artifact that belonged to one of our founding fathers was played beautifully by a black woman. He's like, no, terrible, awful. And when he hears that James Madison kept black people as slaves and raped them, nothing to say, literally nothing to say about the actual founding fathers having slave, abusing them, raping them, zero crickets, but you play an instrument, oh my God, clutching my pearls, I can't believe you destroyed my country like this. Yeah, fuck off, creepy bit old Matt Walsh. And here's one, Jenna Ellis, folks. Just so you know that I'm not making this up, that they're actually upset by this stupid fucking nonsense. They put these videos out themselves. Let's have a listen to her well-reasoned arguments about why this is the end of American society as we know it.
I wanted to turn to this, just crazy pop culture story about Lizzo. And this is just, I think, a beautiful example and a perfect example. It's actually, hideous, but I say it's beautiful in a rhetorical sense because of pop culture and just where the left is looking to shape and move our country. So what happened, and if you haven't watched the video, do so at your own risk because, Lizzo is basically famous, I think, for being one of the most morbidly...
Do so at your own risk, folks. The video might get on you. It's like the ring girl. It's going to come out of the TV and Lizzo's going to sit on you if you watch it. So watch it at your own risk. Imagine being this fucking fragile. Holy shit, conservatives are weird.
As Lizzo is basically famous, I think, for being one of the most morbidly obese people in the world who claims that she's oppressed. And yet, she's like...
Okay, Lizzo fat, but she's not one of the most morbidly obese people in the world. I watched that show, 600-Pound Sister and shit. They got people can't get out of their houses. They got to knock walls down. They can't walk. Got to get a forklift in to take them to the fucking hospital. There was this woman sat on her couch for so long, the couch infused on her body. They had to cut it out and try to remove it at the hospital, and she died, y'all. She was so fat, the couch fused to her body, and she died when they tried to remove it, okay? Lizzo ain't that fat.
A multimillionaire and, very famous, but she gets on stage in this really hideous outfit that is hideous. Wildly inappropriate.
I mean,
and
it's a music concert. That's what we would go for. That kind of showy bullshit. That's the entire point of it. Not my thing, but I'm sure the fans love it.
Apparently, is it like the Smithsonian or the National Archives or something actually allowed her to be the first person in United States history to play the crystal flute from James Madison. I mean, this is just desecration purposefully of America's history. And
bitch,
this
you didn't know that flute existed. Why you guys pretend like you care about this? Because you're racist? Yes, that's why.
Shows how much the left is laughing at American history, and they want to put somebody like Lizzo up to be like, oh yeah, now you've made history, honey. It's disgusting, it's depraved, and I don't care what anybody says. That woman is super unhealthy. She is absolutely not a role model in any way, shape, or form, and she is not oppressed. So, Ryan, your thoughts on this story?
Oh my God, it's so horrible. You've destroyed America by flute playing. But you guys are snowflakes. Never forget, it's the left that's snowflakes. Right-wing people are rugged individuals. They're like, fuck your feelings. We don't let anybody bother us. Oh my God, they played a flute. Just pathetic. And then, here's one from Tim Pool. Beanie Baby was also very upset. Super left-wing Tim Pool. Angry about the flute he didn't even know existed.
That was never played before, was a historical artifact, was handed off to some entertainer to play on stage, and that's why I said desecration. It's
desecration. Good God, you people are so fucking stupid. Of course, I know Temple doesn't believe in any of this. He's just making millions of dollars, clutching his pearls for idiots.
No longer this pristine crystal flute that was ornamental. It is now a gag prop for a stage show.
It's not like the same exact fucking thing. No changes. But a black person played it, so it's tainted forever, y'all. Fat black lady played the flute. Oh my God, they got to crush it to pieces and throw it in the garbage now.
Pooped on an American flag. I mean, she just like played a flute for 5 seconds. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it desecration. I would say the whole situation is like ludicrous.
I'm not trying to say that it's like akin to like pissing on a grave or anything, but like
you just said desecration, dude. That's what you meant.
It has fundamentally altered what that object was.
How?
And I just think what we see consistently is this idea that these people,
These people? What people?
Typically on the left care absolutely nothing.
Black people are typically on the left.
Nothing for this country. They call it historically racist. They crap all over it. And it's all hypocrisy. They're more than happy to say defund the police, but then call the police on people they don't like.
Yeah, we have no choice because the police haven't been defunded. A new system is not in place yet. So you can live in a system and be forced to use it and also advocate for its change for the better. You know that, right, Tim? You do that all the time, right? You hate a lot of things about America and you continuously advocate for them to change, but you still work within the system because you don't have a fucking choice, right? You know, logic and reason there, Tim.
They're more than happy to all laugh and cheer and scream 1619 Project, but then be like, woo, we get to play with this historical artifact. It's just, what I see is, you can certainly look to the past in your country and say, hey, there were bad things and we want to do away with those. But I think
slavery, was that bad? Maybe a little bit.
Absolutely have to respect the beginnings of where you come from. And
no, you don't. I don't have to respect anything about it. I don't have to do fucking anything, Temple.
The history of your country. I think, look, what it comes down to is the reverence for this country is just flushed down the toilet. And this may just be a grain of sand in the heap. But this is like a big show where they pulled from the archives, from the Library of Congress, and brought it on stage to make some spectacle out of. I'm not saying it's the apocalypse.
But it's not very significant either, the actual flute. Like, we don't know what it's about.
This guy will get fired. He talking reason. Can't talk reason to Tim Pool.
Like, who gave it to him? Like, why was it given to him? Why was it made?
I don't think that's
not relevant. Not relevant for me bitching and making a lot of money by pretending I care about this bullshit, which you don't. And then Benny Shapiro was also very mad. He was super pissed off about it. And Benny Shapiro is tired of everybody saying he's little, talking about wanting to pick him up, put it in their pocket and shit. And he's also very tired of people saying that he can't get his wife wet at all. Her wet ass P word is drier than a fucking desert. So he's growing a really, really impressive beard. But holy shit, what is with your scraggly ass chin pubes, dude? Not looking good.
The first clip, totally uncontroversial. The one that actually made the rounds, however, was her twerking, because it is the contrast. That's the whole point that they are making. And comments.
Who was they? Like, I didn't get the fucking memo. I didn't get the vote. When I was hanging out with my whole left walking mob, nobody mentioned this to me. So I don't think this was a conspiracy. I think probably somebody was a Lizzo fan and was like, hey, we had this flute noise ever played. Let's get Lizzo to play it. And I think that was about the extent of it. But go ahead. Make a mountain out of a molehill.
Commentators were saying this. It is the contrast between Lizzo, a significantly overweight African-American musician, right? Because the idea is that it's...
What does her weight have to do with any of this?
It's groundbreaking for an African-American musician to play James Madison, one of the founders of the Constitution, to play his flute. That's the groundbreaking aspect. But really, it isn't even her race, right? They tried to make it about her race. It isn't really her race, because I'm sure that if they had wanted to find a better flautist who is black than Lizzo, I'm sure that there are many black flautists who are significantly better than Lizzo, right? They play in orchestras around the world. I'm sure they are wonderful. And so if the idea was just going to be, we are going to take a historic instrument that belonged to a white Southerner who was in charge of founding the Constitution, and we are going to have a very talented African-American black person play that, that would have been really uncontroversial. Like, seriously.
It would have been. You guys would have bitched anyway. But the point was, Lizzo's really famous right now in pop culture, and she's a flautist, and who gives a shit? You don't actually care about this bit. You're just trying to make money.
It'd be the equivalent of if let's say that George Washington had had a harpsichord, and we had Condoleezza Rice go and play the harpsichord. Like, everyone, okay, all right, fine. Okay, but it is the twerking that does it. Understand it's the twerk. It is about the twerking. The story is solely and completely about the twerking, which is why you didn't see the first video. The first video has a few views. The one of her playing very nicely.
Isn't that because you guys on the right are the ones that spread her twerking video around everywhere to bitch about it? You can't make something popular and then bitch that it's popular, Ben.
In the Library of Congress while dressed somewhat decently. It is the second video where she is twerking and wearing skimpy outfits with the flute. That is because the idea is to degrade the culture. That is what people. That is why the clip is viral. The reason the clip is viral is the contrast between a person twerking
you guys posted
and the idea of an extraordinarily classy instrument, a historic instrument that
unlike that slut, the guitar, the flute, so classy. It's a virgin, I'm pretty sure.
Speaks to sort of the gentility of America's founders being brought into a context that is vulgar. It's the vulgarization of American history.
God, they're such fucking nerds. If this is all it takes to destroy American history, we're fucking doomed as a nation. Let's just end this shit now. Before Kanye gets a hold of some kind of historical instrument, then who fucking knows what's going to happen to this goddamn country. And yeah, here's the new thing that they're programmed to be outraged about. Remember, they're making fun of us because they're like, hey, everybody was like, support Ukraine before. Now everybody's no longer has it on their timeline and shit. Remember, everybody used to be for this, and now they're not talking about it anymore. But this is what you guys do. Every week there's something new. Last week it was black mermaids. The week before that it was, oh my God, there was a short 1 second less than a second kiss in a Pixar movie of two women. It's always something with you motherfuckers. This week, trans people existing, take that chip out, and back in Lizzo playing Flute, but like trans people existing is a permanent chip that can't even be replaced in their brain. But I get the meme. Good meme. And then fake. That's what they are. Conservatives are so fake. Max says they took a legendary 200-year-old crystal flute out of storage so that Lizzo could play two notes on it. The purpose is to remind you that nothing you care about has any value. Just good God, imagine being this fucking fragile. How do you even leave the house? How do you survive your day? And Parker Malloy accurately says there is precisely a 0.0% chance that this guy knew that this legendary flute existed before today. True story. Doesn't the right ever get tired of pretending to be outraged by this stuff? Nope. That's all they have. They don't have any policies. They have nothing to move America forward. So all they can do is bitch and complain about everything. The purpose is to remind you that nothing you care about has any value. Calm down, weirdo, but they can't. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's all they got. And that is my Flute Gate section. What you guys think about this manufacturer controversy? Sad thing is, they're going to make millions off this. This is what their entire channels revolve around. And they're the most popular channels on YouTube. I was seeing a Dave Cullen video who's like this talentless nothing. His videos were like still getting 200,000 plus views. Just crazy how popular this shit is. Someone called the ambulance. I know, Spanky. So sad. I got a little violin, but I won't let a black person play it so you guys won't freak out. Victoria Cunningham, more adventures in menopause. You guys have your own conversations. That's cool. I need a black trans woman dressed as a mermaid playing Madison's flute. That would really get them riled up. I know, right? Let's trigger the Republicans by doing things while black. Anything pretty much would be cool with me. As long as you're black. All right. Moving right along, folks. Let's do some Trash World. I got to do it manually because my fucking Stream Deck's not working anymore. Also, get your super chats in. More super chats, please. Support the show. Trash World. Trash World. Trash World. Dumpster fire. Hellish black people playing flutes. America's been destroyed forever. Thanks, Lizzo. Trash World. And first off on this week's Trash World, Coolio's dead. No, not Coolio. Now, if you guys don't know who Coolio is, I never heard any Coolio's music, but apparently he did a parody of Weird Al's song Amish Paradise. How do you make a parody of Amish Paradise? I don't even get it. Haven't heard it, but I guess it was okay. People seem to like it. He died of a heart attack at 59. That's young to die of a heart attack. So sad to see you go. You've been living most of your life living in a gangster's paradise, but now you're not anymore because you're dead. Coolio. So rest in peace, Coolio. You guys have heart issues and stuff. You feel it, don't ignore it, because then you die. You might want to go to the hospital if you notice anything. My dad was like, man, my heart has been hurting lately. And I was like, you should stop smoking crack and go to the hospital. And he was like, I'm going to go to the hospital right after I smoke this crack. And then he died from a heart exploding. So my daddy dead. That's the story. Anyway, and then even more on this Brett Favre case.
Brett Favre is a legend at his alma mater, the University of Southern Mississippi. He's now facing growing backlash over his connection, alleged, to Mississippi's largest public fraud case. Favre's weekly radio show on Sirius XM now paused. He's co-hosted it since 2018. Similar story with ESPN Milwaukee. That site, Front Office Sports, reporting that the station temporarily suspended Favre's weekly appearances. The fallout comes just days after newly filed court papers reveal more text messages between Favre and the then Mississippi governor, Phil Bryant. They appear to show Favre repeatedly pressuring Bryant about getting cash to build 2 sports facilities at USM in Hattiesburg. Bryant's team released the texts as part of his defense, but is attempting to keep other texts private.
Convenient.
In the selected text, former Governor Bryant told Favre misusing federal money could potentially break the law. Mississippi filed a civil...
After they already did it a bunch, then they started getting worried that maybe they're going to get in trouble for it. So now they're suddenly like, oh my God, I can't give you more millions, Favre. We already gave you $4 million of the poor black people's money. If I gave you more than $4 million, I might get in trouble.
A lawsuit against Favre and others to get back more than $20 million that should have gone to some of the state's poorest families. Favre has denied any wrongdoing, and authorities have not charged him with any crimes. Here's CNBC's Perry Russell.
Newly filed court documents show Brett Favre in 2019 asking for more welfare money intended for the state's poor.
Dude's worth $110 million. Already got $4 million for the most vulnerable and poor citizens in his state. Not enough. Dude's like a fucking supervillain. The story's gonna get even worse, folks, in a minute.
This time to be used on a new indoor football facility at the University of Southern Miss, where Favre played quarterback. Favre texting then Governor Phil Bryant after meeting with a star recruit. I said we don't have one, but we are hoping to break ground in less than 2 years. Now that will not happen without your help/commitment. Bryant responding, use of these funds is tightly controlled. Any improper use could result in violation of federal law. The text revealed...
Now they've already done it. Yep. He's starting to get worried a little bit. But this motherfucker, Brett Favre, is like a supervillain, y'all. Apparently, he was trying to have this stadium built by slave labor. It wasn't enough to steal the money from the poor black people in Mississippi. Then he's trying to get the prison population to force the mostly black prisoners to build the fucking football shit for free. In the wake of his alleged role in the Mississippi Welfare Fund scandal, Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre has begun seeing some major backlash online in the national media. The backlash is only expected to get even worse after a report stated the Hall of Fame QB asked Phil Bryant in 2018 about using prisoners to help construct the lockers at the indoor practice facility at the University of Southern Mississippi after funds went to the volleyball center. It would be helpful if someone would build them on their spare time. Pancho mentioned the prison industry. So yeah, he texted people. He's like, yeah, can't we get those blacks to build it for free? Basically, that's what he said, folks. So remember, in this trash ass world, still the white folks, the monkeypox, no, not monkey, the honkypox, fucked it up. The honkypox out there, hate a dude for kneeling, but a guy stealing money and trying to use black folks for slave labor. Hero. Wonder what the difference between these two people could possibly be. Don't know. Wish I could think of anything. Race. And then, on the trash world. Also, hey, shout out to X-T. Thank you for sending all the stuff to the dogs. You rock. And cats. They've really been enjoying both the things you sent. All my animals love you, X-T. Thank you. Here's Brett Favre put out this video after the scandal, asking people to pray for him. Because I know it's hard to believe, folks, but somehow he's the victim, this man of God.
Hey guys, Brett Favre here. A lot of people have asked how I made it through the stress, pain, and struggles of my NFL career. One of the biggest factors for me was keeping God and my faith at the center of my life. And I couldn't be more excited to invite you to join me to grow closer to God in prayer on the Hallow app.
That's right, folks. Pick up the Hallow app so you can be closer to God. Like this incredible godly man. Can you get any more godly than this trash-ass human being, Brett Favre, this fucking thief, this cruel megalomaniac? Of course not. The epitome of Christianity right there, Brett Favre. So close to God. Almost like he knows nothing about what the Bible says that God said. But hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And folks, apparently Russia has annexed a couple of the territories that they were occupying in the Ukraine. The reason they're doing this is because they want to claim that these territories are actually part of Russia now. So when Ukraine goes in to try to liberate them from Russian troops that are occupying them, they can say, you're attacking Mother Russia, and then nuke them or some shit, because Putin's crazy as fuck. Apparently they were going in the streets with guns and shit, putting guns in the citizens' faces and telling them how to fill out the forms and forcing them to stuff the ballot boxes. So, yep, Russia declares 98% secession support in a sham referendum. So this is nothing. A desperate attempt from loser Putin. And they've instituted the draft. They need 300 new soldiers to send to the meat grinder. And looking kind of old. Holy shit. Here Grandpa is inspecting his weapon for the first time. I know Ukrainians are terrified. Oh no, Pawpaw's coming with his AK-47 from the 20s. Holy shit. This gun older than Pawpaw is. Not going to do very well, I don't think, Russia. And apparently they're out of modern equipment. So here's a footage of the Russian trains sending this stuff. And look, this stuff would have been dated in World War II. But I guess this is all they got. This is what happens when you have criminal enterprise on every single level, just sucking all the funds out of the military, putting it in their own pockets, stealing everything that's not fucking tied down. Even if it is tied down, all they have left is the fucking scraps they're going to send over there and get all these people killed for no fucking reason, just because you guys worship Putin. Might want to stop doing that, but I guess death will cure that, so whatever. It'll all get sorted out in the wash, I imagine. And then, speaking of the war in Ukraine, as always, in every single war, the priest class comes in to support it, because the priest class and these evil, tyrannical governments are hand in hand together, because they're basically doing the same thing, trying to control the populace. So this head of, I guess, the Catholic Church over there is coming out and telling people, hey, I don't care what you've done in your life. I don't care if you raped a bunch of people, murdered them, stole shit. You could be the most evil sack of shit in the world, but if you go over and you fight Ukraine and you die, all your sins are forgiven. You're gonna go to heaven, because this is real life. Here he is.
Intervention, courtesy of Patriarch Kirill, friend of Putin, like him a former KGB agent and spiritual cheerleader of the war, offering absolution in return for military service.
If a person dies while fulfilling this duty, then undoubtedly this is something that's akin to sacrifice. Talk faster. They sacrifice themselves for others. That is why we believe that this sacrifice cleanses that person of all the sins they have committed. So there you have it, Russians. All you gotta do to go to heaven is go over and kill innocent people in Ukraine, and straight ticket to heaven when you die. Definitely not just an eternity of nothingness. God gonna be real pleased with you invading a country and murdering them, just as a God would do. You know, that God, he's kooky as shit. Think he reward good things, but nope. Murderers and thieves. That's what God loves. And then apparently, they saw some Russian ships in the vicinity of the Nord Stream pipelines, and also, there were some submarines around there?
First on CNN, sources telling us that European security officials observed Russian Navy ships earlier this week in the vicinity of those leaks in the Nord Stream pipelines.
Oh, Russian ships over there? Well, I guess at least we can feel secure that nothing is going to happen. Oh, they blew up the pipelines? Oh, a Russian purported sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline marks a point of no return. So yeah, the crazy-ass Russians apparently went over and they blew up these two pipelines that carries oil to Europe. Because I guess they're trying to punish Europe for supporting Ukraine. They're trying to cut off their oil supply and make their citizens freeze to death this winter and destroy their economies. Super cool, Russia. But of course, exactly as you expected, the Russian apologists are blaming Joe Biden? Of course they are. Here's watermelon head Charlie Kirk, just without any evidence whatsoever. Without not a single shred of research or common sense or anything, just going forth, pushing the Russia propaganda line and blaming the CIA and Joe Biden, because why wouldn't you?
If this was an act of the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, which again is just speculation, it's very important. How does that get us closer to peace? Is this a potential midterm election operation? Pure speculation.
Pure speculation. I don't have any evidence. I'm just pulling this out of my ass. But hey, I'm just asking questions. I'm just trying to put Putin's propaganda in your face and prop it up. Don't blame me for spreading this bullshit without any evidence. Shh. What do you have against questions?
I'm asking a question. I know Media Matters will have a heyday with this. Is this a wag the dog situation where they want us talking about a war in Europe when we have inflation, border problems, and the economy? Is this because that there is a looming red wave here? Is this an underwater October surprise? I don't know. But I certainly don't trust our government. The government that lied about the origins of the Chinese coronavirus, that lied about the mRNA gene-altering technology, that lied about the efficacy of masks, that lied about early treatments, that lied about emergency use authorization, that has lied about the southern border, that has lied about inflation, that lied about Afghanistan. I don't trust the narrative industrial complex. The intelligence agency,
but
and
he
I
trusts
hate
Putin. He trusts Putin's narrative. I don't trust our own intelligence agencies. But Putin, there's a guy who knows what he's fucking talking about. There's a true teller if I ever saw one.
Say it this way, it's very painful as a proud American. They're guilty until proven innocent in this situation. They're going to have to prove to us it wasn't them, given the evidence that they were basically saber-rattling and threatening that they were going to do it.
Literally, there will be no evidence that's good enough for you, Charlie Kirk. You're presenting this without any evidence, so no evidence is going to convince you otherwise. If they came out with evidence, you would completely ignore it because you've got your narrative out there already. And this dude, Benny Johnson, who is the host of The Left Can't Meme, one of the cringiest shows in all of human history. It's like the opposite of this show. Is blaming environmentalists because, of course, why not just blame everybody but the person who's to blame?
This is eco-terrorism. If the world gets plunged into World War III, and if poverty happens to the masses around the globe, if like third world conditions and wartime conditions and the destruction of this incredible society that has been created by better men with better principles than these godless atheistic Marxists, if this all happens, if this comes to this world, it will be because of the environmentalists. It will be because of an environmentalist terrorist. And what is an environmentalist? It's a hedonist. It's someone who believes that human beings are responsible for everything on earth and all of creation. They don't believe in a God, and they believe that every action a human being takes is outside of the realm of God.
So many straw man here. I mean, a lot of things that humans do are bad, not everything, and not all environmentalists are atheists. But anyway, continue.
And will lead to the destruction of the earth, so therefore human beings are probably the plague on this planet. That's what these people believe, and they say so.
I mean, human beings are a plague on the planet. We trash the shit out of this planet. We are not good stewards, even if you believe that God gave it to us. I don't think he's going to be too pleased with us. And then on Trash World, speaking of destroying the environment, gender reveal parties should be made illegal. In Brazil, they polluted the water supply of the locals for their gender reveal. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Holy shit. I hope your baby dies in the crib. Not really. Not really. Mean. The baby doesn't deserve it, Dusty. The baby doesn't deserve to die just because his parents deserve to die. You guys should have died in the crib. Bad, Dusty. Bad. And then I'm just angry at the environment. And then, oh my God. Okay, I showed you guys this clip before, but but holy shit, the new, I guess, camera footage of this just came out. And so before I show you this, They acquitted the cop for this. Warning, this is murder about to happen. This cop straight up executes this black guy for no reason. Do not watch this. This is Jonathan Price, 31. He allegedly broke up a fight between a man and a woman. He shakes hands with the cop, Sean Lucas, who later shows up at the scene. Cop tries to detain him for no reason. He didn't do anything, but he shoots him for no fucking reason. This is an execution. Don't watch this.
You going to do good? Yeah. Huh? You doing good?
Yeah, stand right there. You understand me?
Hey, what's going on?
Stand right there.
You doing good?
Yeah, you're going to stand right there, okay? Do you understand me?
He's been totally nice. He's obviously a little drunk or something. And he's simply asking the cop, are you doing good? Trying to be friendly.
Stand right there.
I hope you have a good night tonight. It's all okay, okay? I'm sorry about the broken glass right here.
You did this?
I didn't do this, but he tried to like wrap me up and shit.
Okay, well go ahead and turn around for right now, okay?
I'm not trying.
No, you're not. You're going to turn around. Is this the guy?
I can't be detained right now.
You're going to be detained.
I can't be detained right
You're
now.
going to be detained.
I can't. Hey.
You're going to be detained.
I got
Hey, quit it. You're going to be detained. You're going to be detained. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now. You're going to get tased. Do you understand me? Put your hands behind your back.
Hey, that was uncalled for, bro.
Get back. Get back. Get on the ground. Now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
That's a straight up execution.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
The cop said he grabbed at his stun gun. So the cop had no choice. No choice is what they said. He had no choice but to murder this man. All you see there is fucking choice. Escalation at every fucking level. The guy didn't immediately obey the God man, and that is a capital offense in the United States. They can legally just fucking murder you for not obeying them instantly. You want to tell me we're wrong for calling for the defunding of the police? The abolition of this whole fucking system? No, you're fucking wrong for not standing up against it. You are fucking part of the problem for not helping us fight this with every fiber of your goddamn being. How can you sit there and witness this shit and not want to scream and fight it with every goddamn thing you have? It's a trash goddamn country. This doesn't happen any fucking where else. Even in Russia, they don't do shit like this. Well, maybe in Russia. I don't know. And yep, he was found not guilty. Body cam video release shows acquitted North Texas ex-cop shooting unarmed black man. DOJ review requested. Every fucking week is another execution for no reason. Yeah, under the jail. Jail's not even good enough for this guy. But I can't say more because I will get banned. And that is My Trash World. And it lived up to the billing this week. Jesus, he was drunk. Knock him over. I know, right? Call for backup. Literally anything. This is why cops should not be showing up to these scenes. They should send social workers first to pretty much every scene like this. And then if they require some kind of backup, then some other kind of unit can come out. Fuck everything about this. ACAB, ACAB, ACAB. I heard that shit. It is over. You can return. It is all over. And all right, folks. One more section, and then we're going to do the super chats. Please get your super chats in. Got to read them all after the what the fuck section. Immortalize yourself forever and ever in the super chats. But now it's time for... What the fuck? WTF! Exclamation points, question marks, all kinds of shit. Fireworks, boom goes the dynamite. And first off, on the what the fuck section, holy shit! Have you ever seen a guy who has a giant penis as a middle finger? You're about to.
就看看，哦，我这手机看见了，这不是谁的呀？是吧？那是俺嫂的。
What the fuck? He must have been very popular in high school. Holy shit. He's like, I'm not letting Bob finger me again. I am still sore, can't walk. Good Lord. What is going on? What the fuck? And then on what the fuck? Nothing to see here, folks. Just a normal dude doing some normal pull-ups, you know, like a normal human being would do. And that's how I would do it. All going very smooth. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why you don't do that. Yep. That's not how you do that, dude. What do we learn? What did we learn? And then on the what the fuck section, did you guys hear about this one? This is kind of depressing. So apparently this guy hired somebody to kidnap his wife and to inject her with heroin repeatedly. I don't know. Some kind of hack brain plan. And while he was in jail, he met a new woman. She's not bad looking either. And apparently her husband was in jail too. And her husband was like, hey, there's this dude in jail with me. Seems like a pretty good dude. And so she was like, really? Tell me more about this inmate that you're friends with. And so then she started writing the guy her husband was going to jail with, who used to be a doctor. And she was like, swing, got a lady boner. Next thing you know, they're engaged now. It's that easy. Me out here single as fuck. Ain't even tried to kill nobody or hadn't kidnapped. I guess that's my fault, my plan there. I need to do some more crime. Ordering a hitman to kidnap your estranged wife, blackmail her, and inject her with heroin every day for a week isn't exactly the easiest way to find new love. But for Dr. Ronald Ilg, apparently it worked. Ilg, a 56-year-old former neonatologist, I don't know, tough word, is the Spokane County Jail waiting sentencing on 2 counts of threats and interstate commerce. He spent the last year in jail and last month struck a plea deal that could land him in prison for anywhere from 5 to 8 years. I guess she gonna wait. She already got an ex-husband in there. She'll wait for the new one. I'm sure she's gonna be faithful, because if anything I know about women like this who find mates in prison, it's how sane and secure they are. So don't worry, bro. She's totally faithful to you. Gotta be waiting. And then on the what the fuck section, you guys know who Laura Trump is? I believe this is one of Donald Trump's kids' wives. Eric, maybe? Anyway, she posted this video of her torturing and abusing her son and then uploaded it herself. Said it was a character building exercise, and what the fuck?
Oh my God, Luke! It's so Oh my God! Oh my God! Go! You can do it! Let's go! Oh my God!
What
Luke.
is wrong with these people? Imagine uploading this yourself. Oh, it's so cute how we torture our kid. He's gonna be just like Trump when he grows up, a total fucking sack of shit. I can't wait. 2.6 million views. And the crazy thing is, I'm sure that their supporters are like, you're the best mom ever. What a lucky kid to have you. And one more, folks. On what the fuck. Have you guys seen Marjorie Taylor Greene's new... It's sort of a campaign ad, I guess. She's trying to raise money for her campaign, and so she's having a contest. If you guys in other countries want to know how fucked we are in America, here is the most popular Republican congressperson and the type of video she's putting out. Let's try it again.
We've got skyrocketing inflation, high diesel fuel, and Democrats' America Last policies. Democrats aren't the only one destroying farmers' ability to put food on the table. We've got wild hogs destroying farmers' fields. So we decided to go hog hunting. American farmers out. Sign up below and let's go in that helicopter and go hog hunting. Enter to win now.
Not very sporting, is it? You're in a fucking helicopter, high-powered AR-15s. Like, poor hogs. Hogs are nice. Just holy shit, these people are crazy and mean. The worst of us. That's who conservatives put in office time and time again. The absolute bottom of the barrel worst of us. We are so fucked as a people, and that is my very appropriate what the fuck section. And folks, if you love me, and you know you do, I'm amazing, please become a patron. There's a link in the description of this video right here. I'll show you. I'm going to talk and mean. Shut the fuck up. Right here, you click on the description in the video, and then right here is my Patreon. Right there, you click on it, and I know you have to put your credit card information in. I know it sucks, it's a pain in the ass, but like if you can just kick in $1 or $2, whatever you can afford, $1 million would be better, but $1 or $2, it all adds up. Please support the show if you love it. I work hard and could use your support. Also, buy my book. I'm gonna work on it this week, folks. Now that I quit New World, this time I mean it. I'm going to have more time to finish this book up this week. So gonna finish it up. You can buy a copy. There's Americans have a link, and the rest of you foreigners, you damn foreigners, I guess I'll send it to you guys for $20 more, $25 more. Gonna autograph it, first edition. Buy your copy this week. Would very much appreciate it. And let's read the super chats. If you bail out, please hit the like before you go. We got a huge Chud watch coming up. Not very people watching tonight. I guess the subjects tonight are not interesting to you motherfuckers. Whatever. Anyway, huge show watch coming up in 3 minutes, so stay tuned. Dear Dusty, the Spirit of God just anointed my pole with the oil of New Jerusalem. Pretty cool. You gonna stroke that pole like a preacher. Jason Ashby, Dusty, Dolly 2 is free to use now. Maybe give it a try. Welcome back, Victoria C. I'm gonna try it, but I don't have a cell phone. And you got to have a cell phone to use it. So I just bought a new cell phone. First cell phone I've owned in years, just so I can sign up for Dolly 2. So gonna do that. I think my cell phone comes in tomorrow. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Thank you for the recommendation. Jill $4, thank you, Joe. Good to see you tonight. Elizabeth, been a Dust Buddy for 4 months. Awesome. The flute is underrated. Well done, Lizzo. She killed it. She ate it. That's what they say these days. The kids are saying these days. When a performer does really good, they say they just ate that shit. And I'm not saying that because Lizzo's fat. That's just a saying that the kids are all doing these days. Nick BTV. Hey, Dusty. You've been watching for a while, but never super chatted. About time, Nick. Bought your Tales of Woe book, though, and can't wait. Keep being a great entertainer. Hey, I will. Gotta finish up this week. Promise. Wink. Oi boy, what's up, oi boy? $20, very generous. Good to see you tonight. Oi, mates, oi. Love from Canadian West Coast. Hell yeah. How's it going, hoser? Take off, eh? And Pat Tobin gave me $50. Very generous, Pat. Wish you would have said something, but I love you anyway. I'm just envisioning how sexy and amazing you are. You must be. You bought my love. Kimberly, 1972, $5. Maybe Favre could give the money to the people of Mississippi. He could, but he's a greedy, horrible subhuman. So he won't. Weird thoughts, $5. Dusty, look up life expectancy difference between blacks and whites in Mississippi. I don't know what it is in Mississippi, but nationwide it's 74 for black men and 79 for white people. Or, as you might know it, institutionalized racism. Matilda Bryant, 1999, love from Alabama. Love back to you. Thank you for being a good representative of what we can be in the South. Hey, I do what I can. We're not all hillbillies. I mean, I am, but not everybody here. Ivy Evans, $10. Pat Tobin in chat says, you're the reason why I'm still alive today, Dusty. I am detoxing from Xanax very bad, and you're the only reason I'm still alive. Well, I don't think I can take credit for that, but I will. So, hey, thank you for the $50. I guess since I saved your life, I earned every penny of it, Pat. Good on me. Patting myself on the back. Fucking hero Dusty, just saving lives out here. I'm amazing. Love you, buddy. And Pat, another $10. Keep up the great shows, Dusty. I've been watching you since I was very young. I'm 43 now. Hell yeah. I'm old, but glad you've been with me for the long haul. I've been doing this show for, not this show, but been on YouTube for like 12, 13 years now. So I'm one of the OGs. Hell yeah. Zamira Patois, £5. I am doing the night shift, on the night shift, in my cabin job. Some fucker just puked in my car, and I thought I'd send you some useless British money as I get my car cleaned. I'm sorry, you should charge him extra for that shit. A puke fee. Joe LaFar, $3. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Guy Kerwick, $5. Thank you, Guy. Queen Alingus, $20. Very generous. I'm doing my part. You are. Thank you, hero, Queen Alingus. And Michael Ball, looking forward to the book, Dusty. Hell yeah. You know who else is looking forward to the book? Me. Looking forward to being done and getting them out. Gotta work on that next week. And thank you guys. Appreciate it. More super chats, please. Gonna read the rest of them at halftime. So more like yourself forever and ever and the super chats. But now, let's do some Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about shows and then we make fun of them. And open us up on the Chud Watch this week, Marjorie Taylor Greene, divorce. You know, these people are for biblical marriage. They're all family values. But family values MTG apparently cheated on her husband a bunch of times. Because why wouldn't she? And who the fuck would fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene? Good God, how desperate can you guys be? So easy a caveman could get it done to it. Anyway, her husband's like, I'm out, fuck this. She's terrible, y'all. And good for you, bro. Run. Apparently, she had an affair with this guy. Exclusive. Embattled QAnon Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene openly cheated on her husband of 25 years with a polyamorous tantric sex guru, and then moved on to another affair with the manager of her gym. So, I guess if you start dating Marjorie Taylor Greene again, and then she starts going to the gym, better watch out. She fucking everybody, yo. These are the only two we know about it. She probably banged her way through half the gym. And like, I ain't slut shaming. It's all good, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You want to bang the gym, you bang the shit out of that gym. But if I was your husband, I might not be too happy about it. You might want to not do that if you want to be a representative for family values and shit. But of course, nothing they say means anything. You're not even supposed to believe a word out of their mouth because they're all just fucking liars. They literally lie for a living and grit for a living. So what do you expect? And then apparently this week she's decided to defund America. Yeah, sure. Here's the Patriots. She says, today I'm voting no on the continuing resolution to fund America's 50 states, plus America's 51st state, Ukraine. Also, in the news, Vladimir Putin has just annexed a large part of Ukraine. Are we funding Russia's too? Yeah, let's just spread that Vladimir Putin propaganda. Instead of saying, hey, we don't acknowledge any of the bullshit Putin's doing, she's going to say, yeah, he did it. It's Russia now. Are we supporting Russia? No, you stupid fucking idiot. It's not real. Don't spread the propaganda. And love this video, folks. Even Ted Cruz's own crowd are starting to turn against him. Here's the Texas Tribune. And he's asked, what can we do about school shootings? And this motherfucker, like Joe Biden said, God love him, they ain't got no shame. Ted Cruz, a prime example of that. Don't matter that the school in Uvalde, Texas had an armed guard in the school already that ran like a fucking chicken shit when the shooter came in. Doesn't matter, there were 19 fucking cops literally in the hallway while he was murdering 20 students. The solution is still more police in the school because logic and reason never have any bearing on these guys' thoughts and words. But at least they're booing him and pushing back. Love to see it. Let's have a look.
The single best step to stop them is have armed officers on campus that can stop them before they kill our kids. But look, instead, you guys can instead sing Kumbaya with them and hope they'll just stop. But what you're proposing doesn't work.
He's so smug. Yeah, what do you want to do? Sit around and sing Kumbaya? How about we make it so young boys can't get a hold of AR-15s? How about we make it so no fucking citizen can have a goddamn AR-15? Why don't we make these guns harder to get for these shooters? Ted Cruz has tried nothing and he's all out of fucking ideas. It's always the same fucking thing with these people. And they always say the same shit, these conservatives. It's not a gun issue. It's a mental health issue. We have a mental health crisis. So Congress tries to vote to pass school-based mental health services. Every single one of Republicans, except for one, voted against it. They aren't willing to do anything. They don't give a shit about your kids. They don't give a shit about your own kids. And we just saw with Laura Trump. They're psychos. They will let every fucking one of us goddamn die and not think twice about it. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. That's all they fucking got. You know what? I'm starting to suspect they're not even fucking praying. They're just saying it. Evil personified. That's conservatism. But folks, a lot of them are single. I know, shocking. How could all these alpha male, genetically superior specimens be single? Well, apparently they are having trouble finding dates these days, maggots. So I guess there is a new dating site for conservatives, and 100% guaranteed every woman I'm about to show you is a paid actress. But regardless of how much they paid these women, they didn't pay them enough. Here's a commercial for the conservative dating site.
Today, we brought in a group of conservative young women and wanted to get their honest opinions about what they're looking for in the guys they date.
Big dicks, all money.
What are you looking for in a partner?
They just have to be a conservative. Definitely someone that wants to have kids. I like an independent man. Personally, I like the alpha male vibe. I want a man who really loves his family. Definitely someone whose faith is important to them. For me, it's someone who actually wants to meet my parents.
I want a big dick serial killer. I don't give a shit how many people he kills, as long as he got that giant hog he rails me with every night. That's what... Okay, sorry.
Why do you want to date a conservative?
I don't.
For me, at least I know that we're going to start off with some shared values.
Well, the conservative men I've dated at least know how to treat me like a woman.
In my personal experience, conservative guys have better manners.
I like that they understand their role in the relationship as a man.
I just prefer my men to be masculine.
And what's the biggest red flag when it comes to dating?
A Democrat.
No Democrats.
A Democrat.
Can't be a Democrat.
A Democrat.
That's easy. A Democrat.
No Democrats. It's a no.
Totally spontaneous, folks. They're in no way reading a script or we're told what to say. Just off the top of their head, they all had the exact same answer. So it's real. I believe it.
Find the right match. Download the right stuff today.
Woo! Man, I'm going to get on the right stuff and I'm going to put up a profile and say, I'm a Democrat, but I'm a bad boy. You can change me. I'm going to bang all the hot conservative chicks. But then I already know that these dating apps are strictly made for men. There's probably maybe 10 women on the whole fucking app, all vying for the attention of the 1 million goddamn losers who don't have a shot with women otherwise and don't have a shot with any of these women either. And got to talk about that a little bit more on the Jordan Peterson section. But here's the type of guy who would use their websites. He's sitting out in a hurricane with his shirt off, gut hanging out, and the fuck Joe Biden flag, and woo! 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 I guess it's one of these alpha males who knows how to treat a woman that these paid actions we're talking about. And ladies, I'm betting he's single. Got a lady boner just looking at him with my wet ass P word. And then right-wing commentator Steve Deese, another one of these genetically superior alpha males. Man, this type of guy makes me feel like shit about myself. How can I compete with this type of alpha? Anyway, did you guys know that at Drag Queen Story Hour, they're putting their balls in your child's face? Of course you did, because this is just real life and not just bullshit they made up to scare you with.
We all, I think, understand. And if you don't worry. I'm going to keep leaning on you until you get there. We all, I think, by now understand the old model of going to a happy-go-lucky church watching Fox News all week long in between.
As I do.
And then being the silent majority and voting for the red wave to save us is a relic of a bygone era. And won't cut it.
Overthrow the government. Donald Trump was a dictator. Dead silence.
It doesn't matter which rhino you decide to vote for Congress. They're teabagging your kids at the public library down the street with drag queens.
Are they now?
We're beyond this. No,
we are beyond
we're
this.
beyond it.
He's
As I said
basically like,
last
yeah, democracy's dead. Don't try to vote anymore. Gotta overthrow the government, install Trump as a dictator because gay people are putting their balls in your kid's face at the local library. No, they're not. Literally has never fucking happened, dude. Once again, you're thinking of church. That's where you go. What the fuck? But they don't have anything, folks. All they can do is lie and make shit up. That's how they're able to con people into voting against their own best interest, because there's nothing fucking dumber on this planet than conservatives. And that includes like amoeba and Drosophila, fruit flies and shit. And then, speaking of which, former Turning Point USA youth event coordinator Adam Hageman sentenced to 66 months in a child pornography case. Turning Point USA was co-founded by Charlie Kirk. Yeah, one of the guys running Turning Point USA. Okay, groomer. I'm sure Charlie Kirk is out there talking about this continuously, and he's horrified that at Turning Point USA they had pedophiles. He's not. He's still on drag queens. He's not spoken a word about this. He doesn't actually give a shit about this at all. Oh, I am so shocked. Blink, 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 and move right along on the Chud Watch. So, genius Roger Stone decided to have a documentary film crew following him around during the January 6th insurrection and the days leading up to it. And in hindsight, that might have been a bad idea, because they have footage that the January 6th committee is going to be showing at the new hearing. And we have a clip of it here where he's outright talking about using violence to overthrow the government. We already know they did this, folks. This was their plan all along. They hate democracy. They hate the will of the people. They want Trump as a dictator, and they will use violence to get it, and they will think it's hilarious. Here's Trump's boy, who Trump pardoned, just calling for it and admitting to it.
What they're assuming is that the election will be normal. The election will not be normal. Oh, these are the California results? Sorry, we're not accepting them. We're challenging them in court. If the electors show up at the Electoral College, armed guards will throw them out. I'm the president. You. You're not stealing Florida. You're not stealing Ohio. I'm challenging all of it, and the judges we're going to are judges I appointed. You. You're not stealing the election. That's basically what Bush did to Gore. So, if they want to run a bunch of fake ballots, we'll have an investigation. We'll say, these ballots are fake. Yep. Your results are invalidated. Goodbye. That's the way it's going to have to work.
It's literally just talking about overthrowing the government. This is a coup. They're just right out fucking admitting it. Of course, we already knew, because I covered this as it was happening. I covered what they said before, during, after, all of it. We already knew. But it is sort of wild just to hear them outright fucking say it. Yeah, we're going to overthrow the government. What you going to do about it? Well, we're going to see.
It's going to be really nasty. Wow. But you cannot count on, we're not going to get an honest election. Right. So let's say that Trump is a little behind right now, which he probably is. That doesn't bother me, but even if he wins an honest election, we're not going to have an honest election. Got it. They're still in this blind in Florida right now. So, it's not the first time it's happened in this country, and it happens around the world. Yeah. So he's going to have to fight for the presidency in the courts. Our next election will be decided in the courts. Wow. Because they cheat, and we don't cheat. Yeah. We've never cheated.
So this was July 9th, 2020.
The guy who only cheats, always. We never cheat. I've never told a lie. Trump is the most honest person ever. It's just, they have no respect for us whatsoever. They have no respect for their audience, nor the rest of us. But now, folks, speaking of which, no respect. He's claiming it was a deep fake. He's claiming that the footage is not real. Roger Stone says CNN airs fraudulent deepfake videos and expects anyone to believe them based on their long history of lies. Fuck Don Lemon. Let CNN or anyone else produce any proof that I knew in advance about, participated in, or condoned any illegal activity on January 6th or any other day. We just saw it. You literally just advocated overthrowing the government. It's not a fucking defect. It's just so shameless. God love him, man. Got no shame. And it's true. They don't. They don't need it. Shame actually hurts conservatives. They only maintain and wield power if they don't have that at all. And then they're back on the same tip, folks. Talked about in the last show. Halloween candy, even though drug addicts have never once ever given their drugs away to kids on Halloween because you wouldn't do that. Never one goddamn case ever. But conservatives, all they have is fear-mongering, lies, making shit up. So now they're just outright telling people, don't let your kids trick or treat because of the open border. This is like a very thinly veiled racism towards Mexicans is all this is. They know their audiences are so creeped out, so frightened by brown people. So now basically the narrative is that brown people are smuggling fentanyl across the border and Joe Biden is not doing anything about it and they're going to hand them out to your kids during Halloween and kill your kids. The fucking evil Mexicans, the vast majority of people that come across the border are just trying to get a better life for their families, for themselves. Decent, good people. But evil sacks of shit always have to demonize them, demonize brown people, demonize the other, because that's how they whip their base up into a frenzy. That's how they win. This is all they got. Lying sacks of shit.
Masks and gloves, and then they pill it up in plastic, and then they distribute it. It's very hard to detect.
You know, Dana, I mean, young children now going out to trick or treat. I mean, basically, parents have a decision to make. You don't let your kids get that candy. It doesn't mean the person giving it out is intending to harm.
You throw away all the nerds and the sweet tarts.
Yeah.
That's the end of it, Jesse.
Or,
Go ahead, Dana.
or you decide there's not going to be massive Halloween parading. There's going to be small groups with families that we know. We're going to do this in our backyard, and that's how, or in our basement, and that's how we're going to do it. I don't understand. So 300 people a day. 300 Americans a day are dying. Do you remember what?
Yeah, no more Halloween, kids. Hey, sorry, we ruined Halloween. So the people that are so worried, we're going to stop saying Merry Christmas. We're going to ruin the holidays, literally ruining the fucking holidays for children. Way to go, Grinches. And Jordan Peterson is back, folks. And apparently he was on the Piers Morgan show. And Piers asking about this new movie that Olivia Wilde has coming out, which I guess is about a cult leader. And the guy playing the cult leader loosely based the character off Jordan Peterson, who is, in fact, a cult leader. And was asked about the fact that he is a cult leader to a bunch of incels on the Piers Morgan show. And, of course, he starts crying about it. Let's have a look.
There's a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure. Why not? You know,
because you're not helping them. You're actually hurting them. So it's not like Jordan Peterson is making them less incel. It's not like he's teaching them how to get women. He's improving their lives. No, they're weird, creepy guys, and you're a weird, creepy guy, and them liking you and worshiping you makes them even more weird and creepy to women. It actually hurts their chances with women being a fan of yours. I'll explain more in a while when we're done.
People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. You know,
that's not why we're after you. We're after you because of the words coming out of your mouth, motherfucker.
What a terrible thing to do that is.
This is Marjorie Taylor Greene's excuse. Why you guys shitting on me? Because I went and talked to the incels in America first. What's wrong with talking to a bunch of white supremacists? I'll talk to anyone. Bullshit, motherfucker.
thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
Oh my God. It's the straight white
It's
men
making
that
you
are really
emotional.
the oppressed. Oh my God, won't somebody think about the single straight white men? Won't somebody think about these misogynist pieces of shit who sit all day on 4chan and say the N-word and call everybody fags and can't get women? Won't someone think of them, goddamn it? Oh my God.
Don't talk about that.
Well, God, you know, it's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are. And certainly many young men are in that category.
You demoralize them constantly,
and you
dude.
get these casual insults, these incels. What does it mean? It's like, well, these men, they don't know how to make themselves attractive to women who are very picky, and good for them. Women, like, be picky. That's your gift, man. Demand high standards from your men. Fair enough. But all these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome and
you're not helping. You are making things worse. The reason that they feel like there are such victims is because you continuously tell them that they're victims instead of telling them the fucking truth. Stop whining. Stop following fucking Jordan Peterson. Get all fucking 4chan. Work out. Get yourself a decent job. Be nice to people. And then go out there and meet and talk to women. That's all you fucking have to do. It's not that complicated. And you know what? If you still can't get a woman, it's fine. Who gives a shit, really? Being alone is not that bad, to be honest with you. Leaning into it. Portraying yourself as such a victim. Letting it get to you so much to make you a sad sack of shit. That only makes it less likely for you to get a woman. I know it seems strange, but in the society we live in, the more thirsty you are, the less likely you are to get a drink. You know, it seems like if you're dying of thirst in the desert, that our society should be the most likely to give these people water. But no, that's not how it works. Stop listening to Jordan Peterson. You fucking weirdos. And we already know the mental effect it has on these incels, who call themselves incels, by the way, if you ever watch them. The America First crowd, the Nick Fuentes crowd, they proudly call themselves incels. And according to SciPost, incel exhibit reduced psychological well-being and a greater tendency for interpersonal victimhood, study finds. And no shit. Jordan Peterson's continuously telling you guys, you're the victims, you're oppressed, society is oppressing you. No, it's not. It's not that difficult. Seriously. And speaking of which, Representative Paul Gosar is just straight out advertising white supremacists now. Promoting a documentary about Nick Fuentes. Congress people in this goddamn country are sending shout outs to famous white supremacists now. Now, I guess they've always done that, but usually it was kind of kept quiet, especially in recent times. But now I guess the mask is off if it was ever on. Representative Paul Gosar says, the persecution against Christians and conservatives by the Biden regime brings great dishonor to our country. See, it's you guys continuously telling them they're victims. No wonder they have a victim complex. And the more of a victim complex you have, the less attractive you are to women. You know what's attractive to women? Confidence. Literally the most attractive thing. Women, the first thing they say they want, tall, dark, and handsome. But you know what they really want? Confidence, confidence, confidence. Fucking trust me, dude. I'm 5'0", a little bit chubby. I'm not rich, but like getting women is not very complicated because I'm comfortable in my own skin. I have a decent personality and I'm fucking very confident. That's all it goddamn takes. Anyway, he goes on to say, if Americans do not have the freedom to dissent, then they have no freedom at all. You can dissent, but no private platform owes you a right to publish racism, misogyny, homophobic, transphobia, and bigotry on their platform. Nobody does. So the movie is, who is the most canceled man in America? Colin Kirkpatrick. Nobody even knows who the fuck Nick Fuentes is. It's Colin Kirkpatrick. I can already tell you that. So fuck off, Representative Paul Gosar. And these are the exact type of people he's sending a shout out to. Here is Jordan Peterson's base. Here are the incels themselves in their own words.
Women are dumb voters. Women have a place in a society, and that place is in the home. That place is being subservient to their husbands. That place is looking to the husband as Jesus looks to God, or as the church looks to Jesus. This is how the true structure of the home is supposed to be developed. The facts of the matter are, women are dumber than men. Women should be subservient to men. Women have no place in male activities. Women have no place of partaking in the workforce. Women have no place of partaking in politics. Women have no place outside of the home. The home is a virtuous place for women. Women should be happy when they are in the home. Women should be grateful when a man puts a roof over her head and supplies the family with food and resources and energy and structure. That is what women should be thankful for, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of you are going to be very upset with this. A lot of people are going to say, how dare he talk about women that way? Does he not have a daughter? Would he talk to his wife this way? Blah, 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 blah. You're losing your mind over the truth, over facts, over logic, over reason. You're losing your mind over the Word of God. The Bible calls women to a particular place in the home. The Bible calls women to be subservient to their husbands.
Jordan Peterson be like, I just don't understand why this guy's still single. This disaffected youth. Why won't somebody think about him? Oh my God. Yep. Amazing. Why is he not beating the women off with sticks?
Men make stronger leaders. Men are just better. Men are awesome. I am a firm believer in the patriarchy.
Gay. Dude wants to date men, clearly.
I'm a misogynist. You could definitely claim that. You could say I'm a sexist. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yep. Super cool, incels. No wonder you're unfuckable. And one more. At least some of them are starting to wake up and realize what they've gotten themselves into. Here's a post on Reddit. I'm so confused. For years and years, we've heard about the issues behind money in politics from both sides and the influence it has on our government. Now they finally introduced a bill that allows for transparency. Every GOP senator voted against it. And you don't see an issue? You're actually viewing this as a positive because transparency equals doxing? Revealing the source of the funds that influences our government is a negative ? I truly cannot understand the thought process or logic behind some of the views here. It's very simple. They're the ones, conservatives, who started this whole idea that money is free speech. Which means rich people have more free speech than the rest of us. They're the ones who, instead of having lots of small donors like Democrats usually do, have only a very few large, giant donors. And the reason is the entire purpose of the Republican Party is to make sure rich people don't have to pay an extra dime in taxes. And even more than that, it's reverse socialism, to where we send billions and billions and billions in subsidies and payoffs and handouts to the richest among us. That is what their party exists for. And how do they do that? By lying, by twisting, by misrepresenting, by fear-mongering. That's all they got. And it works time and time again against you fucking idiots. So I'm glad you're finally waking up to see it, but how did it take you this long? How has it not been incredibly obvious up till now? This is what they are. This is what they do. This is all they have. Welcome to the light, finally. Good to have you. And that is my Chud Watch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Eat the rich. Delicious. Let's do it. Kitty butt. Kitties everywhere, folks. Get your super chats in. Support the show and the cats and the super chats. I get tired of shilling for the super chats and everything. I know you guys get sick of hearing it, but I got to do it because that's how I make my living. He must be frustrated. Go yell at a cloud. Yep. Just go masturbate. Jack off. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I actually really like being alone. It's not bad at all, to be honest with you. Do whatever I want to all the fucking time. I just turn on my grandma porn whenever I want to. Don't have anybody that bothers me. I can put my headset on, watch grandmas in virtual reality. It's amazing, to be honest with you. Just me and my cats, that's all I need. You're sad. All right, let's move along, folks. Next up, Little Beyond parody. Gotta manually do this like an animal.
If you didn't know already, Christian Walker recently moved to the red state of
Beyond's parody! The clip started too early. Not yet, dude. Not yet. And first off, on Beyond Parody, so you guys know who Christian Walker is. It's Herschel Walker's son, who has decided that his entire personality is going to be based around being the worst human ever, the most unlikable human being that has ever existed. Well, obviously he's a conservative, because if your whole persona is being the most unlikable person ever, you're a conservative, clearly. That's the only option for you. And so he's from California, or he was, but he's like, oh my God, California's so woke. Libtards, I'm leaving and going to Florida, the promised land for conservatives, and it's going to be so awesome. Can't wait. And now he's in Florida, and turns out the grass wasn't greener. Let's drink up his tears.
If you didn't know already, Christian Walker recently moved to the red state of Florida, and he's missing his old blue state of California so much that he took to his Instagram story to cry about it.
I just packed my stuff so quick and left. I thought, like, F this place, I'm never gonna want to come back. I hate it here. But, like, if I could snap my fingers, oh my gosh, I would go back. So
he also went on to post this, so I guess it turns out Miami...
Posted, yeah, I feel like I'm going through the worst breakup of my life. That's the best way to describe the feeling. I love LA so much, so I'm heartbroken. Oh, get out. You mean, Florida? The conservative shithole was not the bastion for welcoming gay people you thought it was going to be? Huh. Who could have possibly have seen this coming? Everybody in the universe except for you? You get what you fucking deserve, Christian. Learn to love it, fucko. And then, you guys remember me talking about the Queen of Canada? The QAnon queen who lives in her RV and travels around. Remember I showed you the video not long ago of her telling her supporters to go arrest the police? And then they got arrested by the police, because it's real life. Well, anyway, as I reported, she has been ordering her sycophants, her followers, to stop paying their utility bills. She says, I'm the queen, and I put out a royal decree that you don't have to pay your utility bills anymore. Like, I don't even understand why she's doing this, to be honest with you. I know she's crazy, yo. I know that she's like a cult leader, and she just wants people to follow her, but she has to know that when she puts out these statements, if people actually do what she says, she's not actually the fucking queen. These people are going to get in trouble. They're going to have the utilities shut off. I don't understand what her end game is. I guess just temporarily say whatever and get temporarily donations. I guess they're still following her, though. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess that's what it is. I guess she knows that anybody who will believe that she's a queen is so far gone that it doesn't matter if they have evidence time and time again that it's all bullshit. They're still going to follow her anyway. It doesn't matter. So anyway, here's one of her followers who refused to pay her light bill, confronting the guy coming out to shut off her lights.
Just here with the gentleman from MB Power that's come to disconnect my power. As per Queen Romana's royal decree, they'll give them 8 to 24 hours to rehook up my power.
So delusional.
I have sent Christina Schneider 4 royal decrees already with my power bill.
That's right. Don't you guys understand? With my power bill, I sent royal decrees. Didn't you get their royal decrees, power company? Why are you not listening to these obviously real royal decrees? This is madness. You only had 24 to 48 hours to cut my power back on, or the queen is going to get you.
To care quit. And yes, so I won't have any power here. I'm in Springfield, New Brunswick. Not sure the gentleman's name, but here's the...
I love the guy, too. He's ignoring her. Like, Scruffy don't care about your queen. Scruffy thinks you're full of shit. Scruffy, go cut out your lights.
truck number. And his license plate.
That'll show him.
I did explain to him that I've sent in a royal decree with every power bill I've had.
So sad.
For the last 5 months. So if I could get my power reconnected as soon as possible
Pay
and
your
have
bill.
this straightened up, that would be great. Thank you.
That would be great. Queen, if you can hear me out there, Queen, why are they cutting my power off? Can you help me, Queen? No. There's the answer to that question. Who could have ever foreseen that a woman who lives in an RV is not actually the queen of the world, huh? Amazing. And then, folks, how can you parody these people? Here's Paul Joseph Watson, former employee of Alex Jones, one of the largest disseminators of misinformation in the history of the internet. So there's a new story. Virgin Atlantic lets male pilots and crew wear skirts to express their true identity. Cool. Don't give a shit. If this guy wants to wear a skirt, if he's comfortable, works for me, why would anybody give a fuck? But Paul Joseph Watson, he pissed off. And he went public and posted, pretty bigoted how they're still maintaining male and female toilets on the plane. I want to see the shit show of gender-neutral bathrooms unfold at 30,000 feet. That's right. I can't wait till these libtards, these lefty assholes, finally have gender-neutral bathrooms on a plane. Imagine the chaos when they finally start doing that. This motherfucker never left the basement. He's never been on a plane before. If you've ever been on a plane, you already know there already are gender-neutral bathrooms. There are not male and female toilets on a plane. It's small, tiny bathrooms. You get in, you put an occupied sign on there. Holy shit. Way to tell on yourself, Paul Joseph Watson. So fucking embarrassing. Good God. And here he is owning himself again. So he's commenting about all the people who are making fun of Ben Shapiro and his scruffy, ridiculous preteen beard he's got. And he says, how dare Ben Shapiro try to define masculinity? Look at him. Say people who look like this. Huh. Who could possibly look like this? You posted a picture of yourself. It's amazing the guy who coined the term soy boy looks more like a soy boy than any other soy boy ever soy boyed. But of course, conservatives, they don't give a shit. They ain't got no shame. They're just hilarious, but they're fun. They're so fun to make fun of. And speaking of fun to make fun of, Dean Cain. Remember, folks, men used to sacrifice their life for their countries. They used to do whatever it took for America. Now they can't even be bothered to put a mask on a plane for an hour. Still bitching about it. Dean Cain found it utterly ridiculous that I had to wear a mask on the plane flying from Canada, ? Yes, recirculated air, dude. You're doing the very minimum you can possibly do to be a good, decent member of society, but of course, he mad. And Comics Dude says, it's a real shame that your brief time, thank God, as the character of Superman didn't teach you any of the qualities the Man of Steel is known for. At the very least, compassion for others. You're pathetic. So, of course, Dean Cain took it all in stride and had a good attitude about it. What's that? He didn't? He blocked the guy immediately because he's a thin-skinned fuck? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm your Superman. About as far from fucking Superman as you can goddamn get. Like Hercules. Disappointed. And starting to think these conservatives are not very bright. Here's Alice Steinberg, info Nazi from one of the Republican news channels. Who knows which. With her new name desk plaque. Alison Steinberg, pronouns fuck/you. I mean, one of those is a pronoun, so you got that part right. The other one's a verb, though. But who needs schooling when you're a correspondent for a Republican news organization? Education's for the devil. Look how edgy and cool she is. Holy God. Is there people that find this attractive? Because she is hideous to me. Like, literally, as much as they make fun of Lizzo, Lizzo's better looking to me than she is. At least Lizzo looks like a human. This looks like a fucking purge mask. Hideous. And then, folks, just when you think it can't get any crazier in Republicanville, here's Deanna Lorraine, who ran for Congress in 2020, and Lauren Winsk, who was the Delaware's GOP candidate for Senate in 2020. These are actual Republican candidates. Let's just listen to what they say. I'm not even going to tell you.
We understand that the deep state, they have weather manipulation technology. They have DARPA. They know how to manipulate and create big storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, climate change, etc. And these huge hurricanes always seem to target red states, red districts, and always at a convenient time, typically right before elections. Or, in this case, possibly because Ron DeSantis has been stepping out of line a lot and challenging, fighting the deep state. I don't know, Lauren. The timing is definitely interesting, and they're even saying it. Do you think this could be a weather-manipulated hurricane?
Yeah, well, we know the technology does exist. And
Right.
I mean, Deanna, they're literally trying to change people's DNA through vaccination. Of course, they would be willing to do something like this to target red states. I have no doubt. I mean, the technology exists to manipulate weather. And, this whole storm coming, I know that Florida is prone to hurricanes. However, this developed into a Cat 4 or Cat 5 overnight.
Right.
And it does seem to be hitting the conservative areas of the
Right.
state. I'm not putting it past the elites to target something like this towards Florida as punishment for getting rid of vaccine mandates or getting rid of child grooming. They are angry with us, and it wouldn't surprise me to find out. And yeah, the technology does exist, but you're not supposed to talk about that or know about that because that's controversial or a conspiracy theory. No.
That's right, folks. When a left-leaning part of the country has a hurricane, that's God's punishment, God's wrath for our sinful ways. And when Republicans get hit by a hurricane, government did it. Deep state targeting conservatives. Super cool, moonbats. Beyond parody, folks. Can't make fun of them any more than they already do. And speaking of which, Dr. Oz is back, folks. And so I listened to this clip. Dr. Oz is railing against a costume that John Fetterman is wearing. And I'm going to play the clip for you guys first. But while I was listening to this clip, I was thinking to myself, what kind of costume has Fetterman been wearing that draws this kind of response? So let me play the clip, and then I'm going to show you the outfit he's talking about.
I want to push back on the costume a little bit because it's an interesting phenomenon. I was stunned by it as well. But it turns out that if you're a far left radical with the belief that this country is irredeemably stained, you just want to break it apart. Just bust America, crack it to its base, break it asunder, and rebuild.
First off, this is 100% what conservatives are trying to do. They're trying to fracture America into 50 little small countries. Every state its own country with no federal overseeing at all. That's 100% what you're doing. Every accusation from a conservative is a confession.
Crack it to its base, break it asunder, and rebuild it with your toxic ideology. That's what he stands for. When he dresses like that, it's not an accident. He's kicking authority in the balls. Yeah. He said, hey, I'm the man. I'll show those guys who's boss. I'm going to not allow any traditional path to succeed, because by breaking some parts of it down, I can break it all down. That's the deeper message he's delivering.
That's right. Because of his outfit, his costume he's wearing, it's a sign that he's trying to destroy the entire country and break it down. So I was like, what is he wearing? Is he wearing a Klan hood? What is he? This is what he's wearing, folks. It's just a black hoodie. He's literally just wearing a black hoodie. Imagine going that crazy over a black hoodie. What the fuck? But as always, this is all conservatives have, folks. Their policies incredibly unpopular. Dr. Oz doesn't have any plans that's going to help anybody in any way whatsoever. Conservatives' only policy is who can we lie to, who can we hurt. You can't even make fun of them. They do too good of a job of themselves. And you guys remember all the people that OD'd on marijuana? You don't, because it never happened? Well, don't let that get in the way of your belief system, especially if you're a Kellyanne Conway. Here she is on Fox News railing against John Fetterman because he dared have a marijuana flag, and we all know how many marijuanas have killed people.
In his life, Sean, he hasn't worked a day as lieutenant governor. He put the marijuana flag up. He thought that was funny. He's trolling his opponent. He thinks that's funny. Here's what's not funny, that there's been a doubling of overdose deaths in Pennsylvania while he's been in office from 2015 to 2021. Fentanyl is rankling every corner of the state.
That's right.
In his life, Sean, he hasn't.
He had a marijuana flag, so doesn't that make him responsible for fentanyl deaths? Huh? They just go together. Yeah, but they don't. They don't. And once again, this is just racist dog whistling. This whole fentanyl thing is about making people afraid of Mexicans, of brown people, because this is all they got. Fear-mongering, hatred. It's what makes conservatism, and who loves overtime, folks? You, all of you love overtime. Short overtime tonight, so reward me for overtime. Got about 5 minutes of show left, so last chance to get in your super chats if you want to. And next up on Beyond Parody, you know who's one of the best actors who's ever lived? I'm going to say this with a totally straight face. It's Kevin Sorbo. Kevin Sorbo, amazing actor, and you know why he has not won an Academy Award? Now, the naysayers, the trolls among you might say because he's a horrible actor, because he couldn't act his way out of a wet paper bag, because he's fucking shit at acting. No, it's because he's a Christian, and he won't play gay roles or pedophiles or terrorists. That's the only reason. Don't believe him? Here he is.
I got a call from Netflix saying, hey, we know you have a strong foot in this inspirational world. We want to open an inspirational division here at Netflix. Had 3-4 meetings with them over a couple months, gave them some great projects for television or for series or for movies. They still didn't make the move on it. I think there's such a weird ideology in there. They're afraid I still think they want to, but they're afraid.
Like, literally, Netflix don't give a shit. They will make anything they think will make them money. You pitched bad ideas they thought were boring and didn't want to be fucking a part of. I can assure you, Kevin Sorbo.
Oh my gosh, we'll get a backlash from within the Hollywood elite if we do a movie that's got a positive message.
Always the victim.
And, so it's unfortunate. I always joke that if I played a radical Islamic pedophile terrorist in a movie, I'd get nominated for an Academy Award. And that's really a weird world we're in right now.
I always joke because I'm so funny. Hey, all I do is play a pedophile. You know how Hollywood loves it when you play a pedophile. They just throw awards at you. Of course they do. Definitely reality-based. Kevin Sorbo. And one more. On Beyond Parody, going to finish it off strong with some Good Liars. Go subscribe to the Good Liars. And folks, what do you think's more dangerous to children? Guns or drag queens? I mean, sure, like a gun can kill you and has killed a lot of kids. There's lots of gun deaths from to kids and stuff, but like drag queens might read you a story. They might let you know that drag is an option. They exist. Gay people exist, and you might become gay, which is worse than death.
What do you think's more dangerous for children? Going to drag shows or guns?
Your drag shows, if you ask me, yeah. Kids can own guns legitimately, use them the right way.
Right.
But drag shows, it's just horrible.
But do you think drag shows put them in more danger than a gun?
Well, it's going to change their lives, sure. Never happened. I didn't go to them when I was there. They weren't around when I was young, so right. Yeah, I don't believe in it.
But a drag show probably wouldn't kill somebody.
No, it wouldn't kill anybody. No.
He didn't have those when he was a kid, and look how well he turned up. Another amazing alpha male specimen. Just think of how much of a doughy loser he would have been if he would have gone to drag queen shows when he was a kid. So, woo! Dodged that bullet, didn't we? No pun intended. And that is my Beyond Parody. What you guys got to say about that? Brain rot, they're zombies. As always, they want brains. Preachers, the church, yep. but nothing they say means anything. They don't actually care. This is just an excuse to be a giant piece of garbage. Is he wearing blush? Probably. Got to cover up that old man look. Unlike me, baby, no filter, no makeup, just aging gracefully. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I dyed my hair for like 10 years and got a hair transplant. Whatever. Still aging gracefully despite that. Talk shit about me. I know you're doing it. Anyway, let's do some heroes. Boom. I ate that shit when I sang that. I ate it, as all the kids are saying all the time, always. You know you are out there, children. And first off on the heroes list, Greg Newsom. Actually, I think doing a pretty good job. The blueprint Democrats should start following, pushing back against these Republican narratives because they lie. Why are we not taking a more aggressive stance to push back on the shit they're saying? Well, he hears me.
It's not just a messaging problem, but a messaging problem that has persisted with our party for years and years, constantly on the defense. We allow these culture wars to take shape, and we consistently are on the back end of them. 8 of the top 10 states with the highest murder rates, all are Republican states. How did Democrats not know that? In fact, it's really 9 out of 10. Georgia went for Biden, but it's really a Republican state, or at least a red state. 8 out of 10. And we're losing that message? Crime is higher, as well as taxes here for the average citizen. In Texas, it's higher, violent crime and property crimes, than in the state of California. 67% higher gun death rate in Texas. Why don't we push back? It's not just a messaging problem, but...
Absolutely. I know his name is Gavin, but his friends call him Greg, and we got it like that. Don't you dare correct me. I am flawless. So Gavin Newsom, doing a good job. Obviously going to run for president. Whether he gets the nod for Democrats in this next election, doubtful. I'm sure Biden's going to get it again, but might see him as a future president in the future. And I hope he goes further with this game plan to push back. And one more, folks. Last post for the show tonight. And it's a good one to cleanse our palate and send us off on a happy note. Apparently, this guy invited a strange old man. That was poorly worded. A stranger who is an old man. The old man is not strange. He's completely normal. A stranger who is an old man to go to Disneyland, and it's a heartwarming and made me feel good down in my bones. Let's have a look.
Hi, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm sorry to bother you. I've had a really, really rough day. I just wanted to see if you'd be willing to go to Disneyland with me today.
Hey. That's great. You really want take me? My gosh, I can't believe this.
I was lying on the grass of Sunday morning of
last week. They're gonna copyright my show. You can't play these songs. They're gonna take it down. If I play this song, gotta mute it.
Oh my God, this is one of the best days of my life. I feel like I might be dreaming or something. I thought my life was over. I'll remember this day for a long time. You don't know how much I appreciate this. You don't know.
Man, that video is nice, but also makes me feel like shit because my grandmother's in a home and I haven't seen her in years. I need to go by and see her, goddammit. What is wrong with me? It's only like an hour away. I need to go see her before she dies. Oh, man. Now I feel bad. But, hey, sweet video. I'm sorry I ruined it with my stupid fucking problems. Good on you, dude. Love that one. Got seen 4.1 million times. Holy shit, that's a lot. And all right. That's my content. Let's read some super chats. I'm going to do a quick Q&A. Get your questions ready to go. Bonus time, bonus. Woohoo! Thank you for rewarding me, Christopher Warnick. You're one of the good ones. According to superstition, money is the base of all evil. Actually, it's the love of money, not money itself. Very different. But I agree, guy. Dana Roman, Dusty, you ever had bad dreams about the stream going wrong? I used to DJ and still have nightmares about technical issues. I don't have bad dreams. Dreams are better to me than reality is because in my dreams, I can just control them I always have superpowers in my dreams, so whatever happens, I'm always fine. So I've not had a nightmare in my entire adult life. Pretty cool, to be honest with you. Orion McFadden. That picture looks very similar to Daniel Roman. I thought it was the same person for a second there. Right-wing media is buzzing about Biden's "Where's Jackie" moment to deflect Trump's classifying top-secret docs with his mind moment shares. I have not seen this one. Let's see. This better not be porn. Where's Jackie? All right, let's do it. All right, Fox News making fun of him. Of course. All right, let's see what Reuters has to say, or Routers, as I like to call it. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something cool. This is a great opportunity to teach you a new trick. Now, you know how sometimes when I do this, I copy the link and then I put it in a incognito window, and it lets you bypass the paywall. But there's another way to do it. There's a site called 12foot.io, and you can take these sites that have paywalls and click it, and usually, boom, it removes the paywall. Pretty cool. Where's Jackie? Biden seeks lawmaker Warlowski, who died in August. U.S. President Joe Biden publicly sought out Jackie Warlowski, an Indiana congresswoman who died in a car accident in August during a conference on a hunger on Wednesday, seeming to forget that she had passed away. Biden thanked other conference organizers, then asked Jackie, "Are you here? Where's Jackie?" Okay, did he not know she was dead? Had a senior moment there? Nah, all right. I don't really care about that. It happens when you're old as death, like Biden is. Cheers to you. Thanks for letting me know. Darian Meza, $10. Hey, thanks, Darian. Appreciate it. Good to see you tonight. Looking forward to the book, Dusty. Hell yeah, me too. I already read that. All right, cool. Anything else? Love you, Dusty. Love you, MJ. Got in under the buzzer, and Dave started. Great job, Dusty. Great job to you, Dave. Appreciate it. Missed the show. Gonna watch the archive. No forgiveness. But you gave me $10, so I forgive you. Thank you, Urban Musk. Hell yeah. All right. Let's see what I've been watching this week. What? Oh. Atlanta. New season of Atlanta just popped. The first couple episodes are okay, but this last episode they had like yesterday wasn't about anything. It was weird. It was like, why did you make this episode? They're like running out of ideas on that show, but usually pretty good. Abbott Elementary is okay, but I don't really get the hype. The Connors is terrible. Dark Side of Comedy, pretty good. It tells you all the bad shit that happens to the comedians. Survivor, new season started. It's not very good. The Patient has Michael Scott from The Office. He plays a psychiatrist who gets kidnapped by a serial killer. It's okay. Not bad. A lot of new movies just came out, too. What did I see that was any good? Did I watch anything? Oh, I watched that new Bullet Train with Bradley Pitt. Saw that out. Was okay. Not too bad. Action-packed. There it is. Bullet Train. Available for legal purchase. Wink. I had a bunch of new movies that came out I haven't seen yet. Vesper. Never heard of it. I'll have to watch that. What else we got here? God's Creatures. That looks boring. You got a 6.0. That's above average. Dead for $1. New William Dafoe Western. Didn't get very high ratings. I might check that out. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. What you guys doing? Let's see what the Dirty Sexy Poors have to say to me. Are you still going to Subway? No, I have not been back to Subway. I have no intention of going back. I guess if they don't want me there, I just won't go. It's as simple as that. They'll just lose my business, and I will move on with my life and not worry about it. I think that's the best way to live. Way less stress that way. That's what youth actually is, and I'm 50. Oh, can you do Super Chats reads at the top of every 45 minutes or the hour? Pretty please. What's wrong with the way I'm doing it now? Isn't halftime and the end of the show perfectly fine? Yep, let's go, Greg. Let's go, Greg. I just made a new meme. I like William Dafoe. He was pretty good that last Temptation of Christ. I heard he's got a giant penis. I'm not just making it up. Apparently that's the scuttlebutt or scuttle penis, as you will, about Defoe. He got a giant hog. What kind of new truck did you get? I got a 2003 Dodge Ram F-150. And the reason I got it is because it's actually a cool story. So I've been looking forever for a truck that has an amazing stereo system. Like, I'm still a kid, basically. I wanted something that like thumps, that pisses your neighbors off when you go through town. I'm that asshole. And so I didn't think I was ever going to find a truck with a huge, nice stereo system in it. So I was just like, I'm going to just settle for any truck. So I had a schedule to go pick up a truck, and I was going to buy it. So I get my car, and the engine won't crank. Apparently, I left the door open a little bit, ajar, and the battery died. And so I had to cancel my appointment to go buy that truck. And apparently the universe, as it does, is looking out for me. The universe loves me. My life's amazing. And so because I had to cancel, that very night I was looking again at the car things. And apparently, so there was this car company, this audio car system company. I guess they installed stereos. And so they put this truck together in 2003, a brand new truck, as an advertisement for their car stereo service. And they put the best sound system I have ever it's amazing. This fucking thing, I'm going to take pictures of it and show you guys. I've never seen anything fucking like it. So apparently a drug dealer offered them money and they bought the truck from this car stereo place. And then the drug dealer gets busted and the government seized this truck. So the dude's in prison. And there's this lady who is a prison guard at the prison. And the dude is telling her about this truck that has the best stereo system in the world that got seized. And it's up for local auction because they seized this shit and they set it off the local police auction. So she goes to the police auction after the guy tells her about the truck, and she buys this truck that has the best stereo system in it in the world. Well, she's a gambler. So apparently she goes to the Indian casino and wins $100,000 at the Indian casino and decides she's going to buy herself a giant $50,000 fancy ass SUV. And so she decides to sell this truck to the first serve, just the first person that wants it, for like a steal. And I just happened to see it pop up at the exact second she listed it. And I went and bought it 6 hours later, and I have it now. And it's fucking amazing. So that's my story. I love it. Love my fucking truck. What else? Are kobolds rat-like or little mini dragonscans? Rat-like, of course. Everybody knows that. Have you ever loved intensely? I was married for 18 years. So yeah, I've been in love a couple times. I'm sure somebody asked at some point, but I'm guessing y'all don't have a Jersey Mike's around. Now, like, in this small town, we have like McDonald's, Subway, Wendy's, but not a whole lot of selection, so you gotta take what you got. Bro, that is sick. I know, right? Man, it really is like the universe just looks out for me all the time. It's amazing. Like I need more fucking privilege in my life, but I get it. Thanks, universe. Mwah. Loving you. Dusty, check out Trevor Moore's Old Folks Home on YouTube. You'll see your grandma after for sure. Trevor Moore. Is that the guy that died? Yeah, Trevor Moore. He fell off his balcony when he was drunk and died not too long ago. Rest in peace, Trevor, from the whitest kids you know. He is the whitest kid I know. What else you guys saying to me? All right, I guess that's all the questions. If you guys in the future want to ask me questions, be sure to type at Cult of Dusty first so it pops up and highlights it, because I have to like scan through this and just find the questions, and it's hard with all this text, so that's the easiest way to see it. Dusty, how old were you when you got married? I was 21, I believe. Young buck, Christian Dusty. And she hated my show. My Cult of Dusty is what led to my divorce. It's what caused my brother to disown me. My show caused me a lot of heartache, but hey, it's fine. I have a new family now. It's all good. Why are orcs Cockney? It's like that rock guy from the Thor movies. Has a cool voice. I love it. A Dodge Ram F-150? Well, I'll be pretty cool. I like it. It doesn't get good gas mileage, but I don't really drive it much. I only drive it to Walmart like every other day. So I drive like less than 100 miles a month, maybe at the most. So gas mileage doesn't really matter to me. Good karma. Hell yeah. I deserve it, I guess. I don't know. Was she a chud? No, she wasn't a chud at all. In fact, she believed exactly what I believe, but she didn't like the attention. Everybody knowing about our lives and commenting and messing with us and stuff. Hated that. All right, great show. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. As always, support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Podcast. Link in the description of the video. E-bag. Do it. Hey, you know you want to. You'll feel good. You'll feel good about yourself if you like donate a couple bucks. You'll watch my show and you'll be like, I support that. I'm amazing. And you know what? You are amazing. So thank you for everybody who does support the show. And you should become one of them. Link in the description of the video. Buy my book. Do all the things. Like the video. Leave comments. Tell your friends. Subscribe. Yes, not your first rodeo. You know how to do it. Folks, I'll be back on Monday. It's only a couple days away. I'm sure lots of interesting stuff will happen. Also, my show is available on SoundCloud audio only if you guys want to listen to it instead of watch me. Which, why would you want to do that? Can't see my face. That's half the fun. But if you have to, it's an option. All right, let's find a song to play us out with. Some of my music's available on my SoundCloud. Let's do, Go Find Out. Let's do Experience Machine. I like Experience Machine better. Good night, everybody. See you on Monday. Love the shit out of you. Why is this song not playing? You better fucking play before I destroy everything you love. Go! sir.